to let go, Conquest throws a right hook that cracks, dislocates, and throws Mark's stomach out of alignment. Coughing up blood, Bro states that he still isn't letting go. He grips down on the Viltrumite's neck as he's sent crashing through the planet's boulderous terrain.
The boy left me alive? Stupid.
You think I'm gonna give you a chance to surrender? I want more! I am having the time of my life here!
After Conquest escapes from Cecil's military base, we can see him fly into deep space to warn the other Viltrumites about Invincible. After Conquest returns to the ship, we can see him standing in a hallway with a missing arm due to the previous encounters with Invincible. As he's trying to explain to Grand Regent Thrag as to why he didn't take over Earth and is now back empty-handed, he suddenly gets cut off by a furious General Krieg and is instantly commanded to go on his knees. This is because it is disrespectful if you don't bow down to Grand Regent Thrag before speaking to him. We see as a nervous Conquest is on the floor and is begging for forgiveness as he keeps repeating that he's failed their empire. It then cuts to the first look at Thrag in the comics as he asks Conquest what further use he is to them. Conquest starts begging and says he was only toying with Invincible and will 100% kill him next time he approaches him. Thrag agrees and tells him to head back and finish off Invincible for good while warning him not to
While Mark and the squad rapidly boosted through the cosmos on a large ship, they chatted amongst themselves and joked in preparation for the upcoming battle, when suddenly the vessel was struck by something, causing a violent explosion that puts everyone's lives in danger. With the ship destroyed and its scrap left to roam the emptiness of space for eternity, the bridge crew automatically detaches and begins heading back towards the home base. Only now, just realizing that the main ship was actually hit by an attack, and not content with leaving their father to die in the cold vacuum, Mark, Oliver, and Tech Jacket move to the airlock in preparation to go look for him. Holding their breath as they fly out, the trio communicates using a special bit of tech that allows their thoughts to be transmitted to someone else. Wondering what to do, Mark tells his little bro to just remain calm and look for anyone that went missing. However, as Mark himself glances up, his demeanor changes as he comes face to face with someone that he was absolutely sure he killed. The Viltrumite Conquest. Accompanying him to battle this time is Lucen, a Thepine born on the planet Viltrum, and some random ass photo-Viltrumite that's actually there with him. Floating there, Conquest gloats about how happy he is to get a second chance to fight Mark, and points out how he can see that he decided to bring a few friends of his own with him this time. Seeing that the kid's arms also healed, he states he'll enjoy breaking it again, before finally telling Mark that he's aiming to kill everyone else first, so he hopes he enjoys the show. Oliver, like a complete muppet, boosts towards Conquest. Mark, behind, screams for him to halt. However, before he's able to catch up and stop him, Lucen intervenes, grabbing a hold of our boy and preventing him from helping. Firing a beam from his own wrist phaser, Zack questions the others as he thought they were going to form a plan or something, but now he's just left there aimlessly shooting at them. Elsewhere on the battlefield, and emerging from the debris left over from the ship's explosion, Nolan can only watch in horror as he realizes that Conquest has returned. Also watching from afar, Mark sees Conquest easily smack Oliver away and joke that he'll start off as a nice warm-up. Not having this, Nolan charges into Conquest, tackling him off his youngest son. Off to the side, and only just coming back to reality now, Alan questions what and how this all just happened. Firing one of the Geldarian's lasers from his back, Zack's own attack has little to no effect on the unnamed Viltrumites. Changing things up, he then quickly activates the suit's strike form and lands a hit that launches the dude off him. Grabbing a hold of Nolan's brick-shaped head though, Conquest can't believe the luck that he has. Out of everyone that he gets to kill, it is the traitor Nolan. He asks what he did to deserve such fortune and quips that Mark is extremely powerful himself, almost as strong as he is. Throwing his mechanically upgraded cybernetic head into Nolan's dome, he fractures the old man's nose. Having broken free though, Mark rushes towards his father before pummeling into Conquest. Nolan screams out to him as the two float off, telling him to be careful. However, Mark replies that this isn't their first fight and he can win. Demanding to know how the old man's alive, Mark starts landing punch after punch. He knows he killed him back on Earth, so while in the dome, screams at him asking how it was he lived. Throwing his arms apart and in turn tossing Mark across the battlefield, Conquest jokes that it seems like the boy isn't as strong as he was back on Earth. Still confused himself, Mark demands to know how he's still alive. Finally, spilling the beans to him, Conquest reveals that he awoke encased in steel deep under the Earth's surface. Turns out that there was actually someone stupid enough on the planet that thought they could somehow contain him. Back over with Oliver, Lucen slaps him around a few times. Luckily, Nolan once again intervenes, landing a double-footed slam to his chest. While being driven off by Nolan, Lucen remarks that he should have made sure he was dead during their last encounter, but Nolan just quips back that he isn't going to make that same mistake this time. Landing his own kick to his old-ass opponent's head, Mark realizes that it had to have been Cecil who kept Conquest alive. He vows to question him on it, but before he can say any more, Conquest cracks him with a left jab and jokes that he's been a bit too optimistic for a dead man. Over with Oliver, dude lands a blow on Lucen while his father bear hugs him from behind. Ellen, who's obviously still helping out the other young blood Zack, holds up the unnamed Viltrumite, demanding to know why they only sent 3 of them. Right on damn freaking cue though, Viltrumite reinforcements arrive, sending the battle into complete lunacy. Knowing that they really can't fight this many enemies head on, Nolan looks around and sees that his youngest Oliver is starting to suffocate in space. Remembering that they had just passed a planet moments ago, Nolan tells Oliver to head to it so he can catch his breath. Back in the main bout, and having just taken a punch from Mark, Conquest turns and notices the rat fleeing from battle. He jokes that running away will only ensure his demise, before punching Mark off him and heading in Oliver's direction. Not wanting the little man to suffer, Mark quickly recovers and chases after the two. Bit by bit, he gets closer and closer to the Viltrumites. Reaching their planet's upper atmosphere, Mark tackles Conquest from behind before pile driving his old ass into the side of a cliff and smashing him into the ground. A violent explosion radiates out, and as the dust clears, we find Mark sitting atop Conquest, fingers gripped around his thick, power slap ready neck. Laying there, Conquest smiles, sending Mark even further into rage. He goes to speak his mind, however, Conquest flies off in an attempt to break Mark's hold. Not letting go, Mark is dragged from the planet's surface all the way back up into space. He asks Conquest what that was supposed to do to him, annoying the Viltrumite, who knows for a fact that he can make him let go. Stating that it looks like it's time to change the death order, Conquest boosts off and around the planet while Oliver visits the planet. Mark, who still hasn't let go, continues to suffocate Conquest. He screams at the old fart, asking if he gets it now. There is no way that he is going to let go. In an effort to get him to let go, Conquest throws a right hook that cracks, dislocates, and throws Mark's stomach out of alignment. Coughing up, Bro states that he still isn't letting go. He grips down on the Viltrumite's neck as he's sent crashing through the planet's boulderous terrain. Rotating his own fist to ensure the damage on Mark, Conquest then impales him through the torso, causing his disembowelment along with the absolute shattering of his spine. Still not letting go though, Mark crashes to the ground, his hands still latched tightly around Conquest's pathetic throat. Gritting his teeth, Mark keeps applying pressure while questioning how long it'll take until he's done. However, before he can finish his sentence, Conquest begins tearing out our boy's stomach. As both of their eyes roll back in their heads due to the pain, the ancient being makes one last attempt to free himself and takes off, slamming Mark all over the face of the planet. In the end though, Mark collapses onto the ground, victorious, with Conquest dead beside him. Arriving moments later, Nolan and Oliver fly in to see a sight that I'm probably gonna have to blur to be honest, along with like half this video, let's be honest.
In this fog of ignorance. A snitch nigga is that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga is that shit I don't like. Sneak inside the house, a snitch nigga is that shit I don't like.
必ずお前